How's it going, everybody? I figured I would jump back into the Caius LUFENIA with a different comp because this LUFENIA is much more flexible than a lot of the other ones have been in the past. I mean, yeah, there's certain things you need, in particular debuffs and some form of protection, usually. Well, not with this comp. I mean, this is just another rushdown approach, but for less rushdown comps, you know, you want to protect yourself. But I wanted to do something a little different because I know Swifty already uploaded 2 comps. I did my first one, just that all-out launch massacre, and I did another run. It was Ramza, Gabrant, and Gladio, and it worked out really well. But Swifty already used Gabrant, so I'm like, all right, I'm not going to upload the same character that he just did, you know. So, all right, I'll just pick 3 characters that have not been shown on this channel on this stage. So, tried and true Lightning and Vivi, getting it done once again. And Zidane, he is awesome for this stage, despite the fact that he couldn't get that break and he's going to get broken. Ignore that. But look at the orb. You see the orb? How full they are? Both of Zidane's skills inflict a ton of debuffs. So really, he's all you need when it comes to dealing with that orb. I think that might be the only turn they take. They might get another one, I don't really remember, but regardless. Yeah, it's a fun comp that works out. More rushdown. I know some people don't like rushdown. Some people have opinions on that. Don't like it, don't watch. All I gotta say about it. It's that simple. Not to be rude, but, you know, maybe it'll help some people. I mean, to me, I don't see a problem with showing different strategies. Some of them are cheese strats, some of them are more quote-unquote legit strats. I mean, whatever. But I'm of the opinion that the more team compositions that you can showcase that can get a stage done, the better. Because everybody out there has different rosters. No one has all the same stuff. I mean, there's a lot of overlap because a lot of people pull for, say there's like one big quote-unquote must pull coming up. Chances are most people are going to save for that one and go for that one, at least the more active people in the community. But for people who don't, or for people who just, you know, didn't have good luck pulling for the banner for whatever reason, it's good to show other characters that can do certain stages. Like, you know, there's many ways to skin a cat. It's weird that that's still a saying. Like a common household saying. Many ways to skin a cat. Like, why? That's got to come from something. There's probably some history to that. But it's just weird that people say it nowadays as if we're a society that routinely skins cats. I'm going to talk about something else. But anyway, yeah, with the comps. I thought it was interesting, you know, the first 2 videos, mine and Swifty's, we both kind of, it was weird. It was like, actually, no, not that one. It's more the Kefka comp he did. Not the first one he did, the Kefka comp. Because people talk about cheesing fights and stuff. And to me, that just kind of seems like another form of cheese. And that's not even to, like, you know, belittle anyone. I'm totally fine with cheesing stages. Do what you gotta do to win, I don't care. But I know there's some purists out there who are like weird about it. But I'm of the opinion, just do what you gotta do to win. And then if you want to nerf yourself on purpose and challenge yourself later on, go for it. But as far as just going into the stage, do what you gotta do to to kick the door open, get your rewards, and get the hell out of there. And then if you want to challenge yourself later, go for it. That's kind of where I'm at. It is good to keep the battle axe sharp and experiment with different comps though, because you can't do the same thing for every single fight, because every now and again you'll get some sort of stage requirements or enemy resistances or whatever it may be, some battle mechanic that's gonna just completely screw you over if you're used to just doing one strategy. That always happens. I see that, where people get used to doing one thing and then along comes a fight that just doesn't let them do it anymore, and they're like, oh, what the hell do I do? So it's good to, you know, experiment. Even if you have the rewards already, even if everything's done, just to keep your wits about you and keep your battle axe sharp, like I said. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling. I was going to talk about Swifty's run versus my first one, and about how they're both different forms of cheese. Like, he and I talk about this all the time. Because I tend to go, with a lot of fights, I tend to go more like, you know, free turns, delays, rush down, launches. Like big damage, go, go, go. I don't use tanks a whole lot. I don't use like protection that much unless I absolutely have to. But usually I just go for like rush down, let's go. You're not getting turned. You lose. That's usually what I go for. And he went for the Kefka one. I don't remember his exact comp. I know it was, let me think. It was Kefka, Zande. I don't remember his third. Sorry, dude. I forgot who the third person was that he brought. But we were talking about how that's just different forms of cheese, like, and how, okay, but basically my strategy was, all right, you are going to be juggled. Your feet will never be on the ground. For every turn, you're going to be launched up in the air and just tossed around like a ragdoll, and the second you get back down, you're going up again. Schwifty's Kefka run was the exact opposite. It was, you aren't moving at all. You are going to stay put. You will not move a muscle, and I'm going to just bully you. And you're going to sit still. And both are just as effective, if you ask me. Similar to, actually, when we first noticed that, or at least one of the clearest examples I can think of, was his tier 15 versus my tier 15. I ran Noctis, Saz, and Kais, so yeah, I guess similar comp to what I'm talking about before. And he went with Eldnarsh, Quistis, and I forgot his third. It was Charlotta, I think. Pretty sure. But it was the same kind of thing. Both strategies bullied the boss just as much, but in completely different ways. So yeah, many different ways to get it done, you know. All that to say, I'm glad that this stage allows for that. Because we all know some of those LUFENIAs in the past have been pretty brutal on the rosters. In fact, this Balthier LUFENIA is ridiculous. Like, if you don't have Balthier, you're kind of screwed. There are options. I mean, even if you don't build Balthier, you can still do it. I talk about this dude a lot, but Theologica, DFFOO. Go subscribe to him if you haven't, because he does a lot of great stuff. He plays a lot of lightning. I know some people don't like that, but open your mind up a little bit. It's more than just lightning, lightning, lightning. He does some creative stuff in the midst of that. You know, it's not all the same thing. Case in point, his Balthier LUFENIA. The dude, I think he built Balthier, but he went back to it anyway, and he unequipped everything Balthier had. He went in with Balthier's armor. He had like the LUFENIA armor, but a bronze weapon. And I think he unequipped all of the passes, I'm pretty sure. You can ask him, don't quote me on that, but I think that's what he did. And he went in with Lightning with the Burst and Amaditelian. So really, Balthier was just there to offset the orb by taking the buffs away and stuff, while the other two just made sure that those things never got a turn so that you didn't have to deal with the recast. So realistically, you don't have to even pull for Balthier to do his LUFENIA. You really don't. I wouldn't recommend skipping Balthier. The guy's a powerhouse. He's incredible, despite the awful takes out there that still exist for some reason. But regardless, to do his stage, you don't need him, because those requirements suck. It's bring an FF12, bring a gun, and bring 2 yellows. All of that wrapped into the fact that the orb is contingent on dispels. So to find a dispeller within those requirements that isn't Balthier, I'd love to see if it's even possible without a Vanille Sphere in play. I honestly don't know. But I'd love to see it, because it's pretty awful without him. Which is kind of unfortunate, because with the, what was it called? The Miss Memoriam, that's what it was called. The global exclusive Abyss where we got Vivi. Some people struggled with that, particularly the blue crystal dagger stage. What is it with Abyss stages and blue crystal daggers that's always giving people problems? But anyway, that was the one that a lot of people struggled with, but it was still doable. The requirements weren't that bad. But now if they would have went bring 2 blues and a dagger and an FF9, that would have been a problem. So they didn't do that, but they did it this time, and I think they kind of dropped the ball there. And I don't even mean to complain, because it is exclusive content. And I know there's a lot of like, oh, they just gave us the same fight, the same Beatrix fight. That's ridiculous. Okay, well, okay, I guess, but at the same time, like, it's more rewards. It's another challenge. It's just something else to do that the Japanese server didn't get. Like, I know they didn't go above and beyond and like design a brand new boss with a brand new orb, but still, man, like, it's stuff that you didn't even have before. So I don't really get where the complaining is coming into play there. Kind of strange to me. And I'm all for criticism. I mean, you can criticize the game, of course. Like, there's there's plenty to criticize about, you know, everything. I was a very strong critic of the artifact system before they fixed it. Oh, this right here. I haven't talked about this fight at all. Vivi's got 2 burst effects going for him. I love doing this. Beautiful. Okay, I've rambled on long enough. This fight is over. I had an LD left, what? The whole time? Alright, what's done is done. Rushdown comp number 2. So like I said, this stage has flexibility, which is nice. It's a breath of fresh air. So I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you for watching.